the Facebook page, Sports Radio. Okay, our Facebook page. It'll be archived. You'll see my handsome face, which is probably better than yours. But the interview will be on there. It'll be sort of, if you've ever watched sort of a call-in TV talk show, that's the feel here. So let's do this.
Okay.
Hold on, I am do this now. All right, my next guest is following in my footsteps. Because in the late 80s, I was a baseball player at University High School. And then I went to Point Park College in Pittsburgh, and they were starting up a soccer team. They didn't have any players. I wasn't good enough to make a baseball team, which was really good at Point Park at the time. They were going to the NAIA World Series every year. And so, hey, would you like to try this? All right, that's not the same as this guy, now that I think about it. It's Jake Hubbard, who was an outstanding basketball player for University High when they went to States this year, but instead is going to play football at Southern Virginia. He wouldn't be the first University High athlete to go play football in college, believe it or not, but one of the very few to ever do it on scholarship, I will say that. And so, Jake Hubbard, I mean, how did this all come about?
Yes, sir. So my first intentions to go into Southern Virginia University were, in fact, basketball. We were successful at University High my senior year, and that gave me some exposure, and I was able to have the opportunity to go and visit Southern Virginia University on an official college visit. And I got up there, and I got interacting with the team, and I did not know at that time that it was going to be a head coach, a new coach come in, and I just, honestly, I didn't feel that that is where I was supposed to be. And I had this negative feeling about playing there, and I just, felt like God had bigger plans for me somewhere else, and I didn't understand why, because I put all my eggs in Southern Virginia basketball. That's where I wanted to go. They have a campus atmosphere that I really wanted, and so I came home and was rallying the troops, trying to figure out what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. And I got a phone call from some of the coaching staff from Southern Virginia University, and they were talking to me about how my visit went and things of that matter. And I told them, honestly, I said, I don't feel like I'm meant to play basketball. And they were kind of curious of why, and I just told them I felt like God had bigger plans, and I didn't know what that was. And then a few days went by, and I got a phone call, and it was one of the coaching staffs on the football team. And I was kind of startled. I was like, man, I haven't played football in a while. And then we talked a little bit, and then I was sitting with my family, eating some supper, and I got a phone call from Coach Ed Montalvo, and he's a Super Bowl champion with the Baltimore Ravens, and he played 13 seasons in the NFL, and we talked for about 30, 45 minutes, and I was just overcame with peace, and I felt like, that's where I needed to be, and I had a purpose there.
It's funny you mentioned that with the coach there who had played in the NFL and won a Super Bowl. I was just talking to Adam Nelson in the first hour about former college stars like Juwan Howard coming back to be the head coach of their alma mater in basketball. And one of the things that they are able to say when they do this is, I did it, you can too. Especially it has some weight when it's at the school that they may have starred at and such. And it sounds like this is the same thing that happened to you. You mentioned that you hadn't played football in a while. Now, UH doesn't have a football team. So tell me, when was the last time you were playing football? Other than just, recess.
Yeah. So last time I played football, organized football, was in 8th grade at Ridgeview in Gray, Tennessee.
Now, what position did you play there?
In 8th grade, I played center. I played some tight end, defense end. I played pretty much wherever they needed me to. I even was a kicker for a while. So I just kind of filled in wherever they needed me to go and played both sides of the ball and just had a good time doing it.
Jake Hubbard, star of University High basketball, going to play football at Southern Virginia, which, by the way, is in Buena Vista, which is it's somewhere close to Roanoke. Don't ask me exactly where on the map, but it's in that market, if you will. Obviously, it's not near Fairfax with a name like Southern Virginia. Let's face that fact. But I wanted to ask you, what position are they looking for you to play at Southern Virginia on the Gridiron team?
Yes, the coaches there, they looked at me and they take a lot of, they don't, but it's been done a lot. People take basketball players and turn them into football players, and I'm not a huge guy. I'm about 6'2", about 200 pounds. They want me to play tight end and fullback.
All right. Well, there you go, tight end and fullback. And you didn't play fullback in 8th grade and such. Hey, let me ask you this. Did you ever consider going to another high school to play football? And not necessarily leaving UH, although I'll ask you if maybe you did. But, it is possible that you can attend University High and then go play football at another school if it is not offered at your school. I remember when I went to UH, there was somebody there who was looking at wrestling. UH didn't have wrestling, so they were looking at doing that possibly. Was that ever a possibility for you?
Yes. As you know, university school is very rigorous academically, and there was many times where I struggled. I was not prepared for that intensity of schoolwork at University High when I first came. I also missed all my friends. And with that was football. I love football. So yes, there was many times I can remember distinctly. My junior year, the beginning of my junior year, I missed playing football. I missed my friends. But I'm very religious, and I was praying and talking to my family about what was best for me. And I can remember sitting down with the church leader in my church and talking to him about it and asking for advice. And he looked at me and said, do what you think's best, but I think you should stick university out, get your education, and everything else will fall into place. And so I had to trust that, and I did.
So you would have transferred to Boone then, is what I'm getting to, if you're from Gray. Is that the case?
Yes, I had to transfer to Boone and played football. But at University High, I was really close to our basketball coach, Justin Penley.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent coach, great role model, helped me get through university school. I had to transfer to Boone, but I was already junior year. I was named team captain and was finding some success on the basketball court. And I just felt like it was best for me to stay at University High, and am I so glad I did.
Well, I want to, Jake Hubbard, but was there the idea of maybe playing at Boone but still attending classes at UH, or would that have just been too much?
That idea came across my mind many times, but in order for me to be on a team and to be able to get minutes and on the court or field, I feel like you need to be there. You need to be a team player. You need to be there practices all the time. You need to be the first in and the last out. And I just really think I couldn't do that if I went to school at University High and played football at Boone, because there at Boone they have practice all summer in football, and we have school in July. They practice a lot during school hours, and I wouldn't be able to be there. And whether I'd have got to play, get on the field at Boone or not, I don't know. But if I was good enough to get on the field, I don't think that'd be fair. Me not being there in the summer and then come a Friday night, me and play in front of somebody that was there.
Mm-hmm. I've sometimes thought, because University I has a soccer team, that maybe, just maybe, some of these teams around here that need kickers ought to look at UH soccer and try to do what you say right there, to kick the extra points and have a more professional and higher level game around here than just going for two after the touchdown, that sort of thing. Hey, it is D3 up there at Southern Virginia. Are you getting any scholarship based on academics or anything of that nature?
Yes, I am receiving an academic scholarship. It's University High. I struggled at times, and I feel like that it's really hard to have a really good GPA at University High, and so I didn't get as much academic. I didn't get a lot of academic money like I wish I could have, but I did receive some. So.
No, there you go. Okay, so a little bit of coin right there, going there at the D3 level and such. You're not the only guy to do this. I know Pete Paduch, who used to be the mayor of Johnson City about 50 years ago. He went to University High, just a very small guy, as a matter of fact, but he was I think he was a practice player on the Grantland Rice Bowl team of ETSU in 1969. He's Jake Hubbard. He's following in those footsteps. When I come back, Josh Brown, Knockahoma Nation. That's what's up next. Good luck to you there. Playing D3 football. We will continue on Tri-City Sports Now after this.
Thank you so much.
Thinking.
Oh,